What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more ABBA. And we're returning to the live at Wembley double album from November of '79. Thank you again to Michaela for providing me with the physical copy in this case, as well as to Luca, who wants to come listen to some ABBA. And the next track on disc 2 is Intermezzo, Volume 1, or is it number 1? I'm forgetting in the moment. Number 1. So yeah, this is from the '75 self-titled album. I remember when I listened to the album track, I commented on the rocking sonics, but also that there were some other flavors or stylings along the way. I do think it's a very compelling instrumental. I remember folks mentioned that, Benny is the compositional wizard of the group, and ultimately that this song is thus, or this track. Again, is it a song if there's no singing? This is a terminological point or question. But yes, that this is largely from his hand, and ultimately I have enjoyed starting to go through the Benny and Bjorn material in chess, which is to say, not only, if you haven't been aware of that, I've started going through some of the stuff from Benny and Bjorn outside of ABBA, but also once again shout out to Robert, who will no doubt see this video as well. In any case, let's listen to a live performance of Intermezzo number 1, included in their concert from the 10th of November 1979 at Wembley Arena.
Thank you. You were wonderful. It's really a pity this is our last night here in London because we really had a good week and we hope to be back soon. Thank you very much.
That was a really big ovation. I wondered two things there. One, or I suppose three things. One, is it just a big ovation because it was a really dynamic and engaging performance? Two, and without necessarily not being option one, but option two is that maybe they're, highlighting people who were involved, like with specific instruments, sort of pointing at one person or another person, so the crowd is not only giving a big ovation for the song or for the track, but then for specific parts of the performance. Or three, were they giving a big ovation because it looks like this is the end of at least the regular part of the concert? Now, obviously, if there are more tracks on disc 2, then if it was that, then of course they're going to come out for a big encore. But yeah, then when he said thank you and, talking about like, hopefully coming back to London soon, that, I guess it doesn't like rule that out, but it didn't feel like, all right, thank you, good night, we hope to be back soon. Even if they could still come out for an encore, it felt more like just a bit of dialogue between tracks. So either way, I fully understand the audience's rapturous applause because I think it was a very good performance of a very compelling tune. And again, I said at the beginning that it has a rocking sound to it. That's very much true, but it also has a very Baroque sound. It's like a Baroque rock star kind of track, and with a bit of a wicked sound to it. There's multiple points along the way where it has a bit of wicked energy to it, so I enjoy that. And yes, ultimately the keyboard work, sort of layered keyboard work is very dynamic and very compelling. And then of course we've got some guitar in there to give it that rock energy. So yeah, just a really cool instrumental, and I think the performance sounded fantastic. And again, given what people have said as we've gone through this live album, that, some people feel like there's a few of the songs they play a bit too fast, or, the acoustics of the hall and or the recording, I should say the arena, and or the recording itself, don't quite do justice to the album or studio versions of the track. And while I completely understand that, I would say this seemed to be less weighed down by any of those concerns. I feel like it just came across very much in the same vein as the album version, but just again with a bit of a live acoustical, not acoustic in terms of the instrumentation, but the acoustics of the arena. Then yes, I think it came across as very true just with the acoustic environment in which it was played. Either way, a top tune. Looking forward to continuing through when we come back the next time. It will be I'm Still Alive. So yeah, I like that tune a lot. Looking forward to hearing it in a live setting. Do let me know what you think. And Luca, the rascal who decided to bite my wrist instead of casually getting off of the lap, we'll see you next time. Peace. Yeah, what's up with you?